Hi and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really standout stitch. For me personally, it's probably the most beautiful looking stitch I've seen so far. So we're going to chain a multiple of 21 stitches plus 8 plus 1 for the foundation chain. So for the first row, we're going to work a double crochet into the second stitch from the hook. That's a single crochet if you're American, and then we're going to work a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then we're going to count 3 chains and miss them, and then we're going to work 5 treble crochets, double crochet if you're American, I have a lot of trouble with yarn splitting because I tend to prefer natural yarns to acrylic. So that's your 5 treble crochets, and so next we're going to miss 3 chains again, and we're going to work a double crochet into the next one, and then you're going to work another 6, so that's 7 double crochets. And then we're going to miss 3 stitches, chains again, and work 5 treble crochets into the next one. And then you're going to miss 3 chains again and work 7 double crochet, miss 3 chains, and repeat to the end of the row. And end the row with missing 3 chains and working 4 double crochets. And turn. It doesn't matter if you've done too many chains, you can just snip it and undo it. So for the next row, I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to do 2 double crochets, and then we're going to work a back post treble around the first treble, and then we're going to go in between that treble and the next stitch and just work a treble, and then back post treble around the next one, and treble in between, and another back post treble, and then a treble in between that and the next stitch, and back post treble again, and in between, and final back post treble. And miss the first double crochet and double crochet into the second one and the next 4, so for 5 double crochets. And so we're going to go back post treble crochet again, like I say, a lot of these issues are because the yarn's got such a high propensity for splitting. And in between that stitch and the next one, work a treble, back post treble again, in between, back post treble again, in between, back post treble again, oh yeah, back post treble again, in between, and the last back post treble. And just continue doing that into the 5 trebles from the previous row, and then 5 in between, and end the row with 3 double crochets. So miss the first one, work 3 double crochets, and turn, chain 1, work 1 double crochet, and now you're going to go around the front post treble of the first treble, and then in between that and the next stitch, and then we're going to work 2 front post trebles, and then go in between that, the last treble and the next treble, and another 2 front post trebles, and then in between that's treble and the next treble, and 2 more front post crochets, and in between, and then finish off with 2 front post trebles. And this time we're working into 3 double crochets, so miss the first one, 1, 2, 3, and then work this, so front post treble as you did before, in between, and then 2 front post trebles, and 1 in between, 2 front post trebles, and 1 in between, 2 front post trebles, one in between, 2 front post trebles, and just continue to work that sequence of front post trebles and 3 double crochet in between, and end with 2 double crochets on the end. So I'm just going to snip off the extra at the end, and that will unravel itself. Okay, on with the tutorial. So for this row we are going to chain 1, work 1 double crochet, and then we're going to go around the front post of the next stitch, and then round the front post of the next double crochet, treble, sorry, front post, front post double crochet, you need to be careful that you get your hook in the right place for these, because you can actually accidentally bypass some of them. So just make sure it's the gap, the stitch furthest back. And then work a double crochet into the middle, double crochet in between, and then go again and work front post trebles all around the top of the arches. And continue to the end, remembering to do the 1 double crochet in the middle of the next 2 arches and finish with 1 double crochet. So begin the next row with chain 3, and then you're going to go down 1, 2 rows and make 3 double crochets into that stitch that's further down. And then we're going to count 1, 2, 3 and work 7 double crochets. So skip 3, 7 double crochets. And again I'm going to go to the middle, this sort of triangular bit here, and I'm going to count down 2 rows and work 5 treble crochets. And then again 1, 2, 3, miss 3 and 7 double crochets, and just repeat that sequence to the end. And at the end of the row we're going to count 2 rows down and work 3 treble crochets into that. And then work 1 treble crochet into the last stitch and turn. And then we're going to chain 3, and as we did on the first pattern row, we're going to go around the back and do a back post treble, and then we're going to do a treble in between that stitch and the next stitch, and then back post treble around the next stitch, and a treble in between stitches, back post treble, treble between stitches, back post treble, oh, we've done it, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches there, and then we're going to miss the first double crochet and go into the second and work 5 double crochets. And then, as before, back post treble crochet, and in between, and just repeat that to the end of the row. And end the row with a back post treble around the first treble, treble in between, back post treble around the next treble, treble in between, back post treble around the last treble, and then a treble into the turning chain. And we'll begin the next row of the chain 3, front post treble into the next treble, and stitch in between, 2 front post trebles, and back post treble around the next treble, and the next back post treble around the last treble. And then 3, so miss 1, 3 double crochets into the middle 3 stitches, and then front post treble, stitch in between, 2 front post trebles, stitch in between, 2 front post trebles, stitch in between, 2 front post trebles, stitch in between, and finally front post trebles around the last 2 trebles of the fan shape, and just repeat that sequence to the end of the row. So for the next row we're going to chain 1, work a double crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to work in front post double trebles or single trebles if you're American. And as before, always go back to the one that's first, and it might be partially hidden by the stitch in front. And yeah, work 13 front post double crochets, and then we're going to work a single crochet into the stitch in between, and then we're going to do another 13 front post double crochets, and continue that until the end, and end the row with a single crochet into the middle stitch between the fans, and then work a front post treble crochet around the first front post treble crochet, and a treble in between that and the next stitch, 2 front post treble crochets, and a treble between that and the next stitch, 2 treble crochets, and a treble into the turning chain. And turn. And we're going to chain 1 and work 4 double crochets, and then you're going to go down to the second row and work 5 treble crochets. and then count 4, double crochet into the 4th stitch and do 7 double crochets all together. And go down 2, work 5 treble crochets, count up 4 and double crochet into the 4th stitch and complete 7 altogether, 7 double crochets. And just repeat that by, I've got a mistake here, but we're just going to ignore that. I'm going to create 5 treble crochets, and then count up 1, 2, 3, 4 and work 4 double crochets to finish the row. And then a double crochet into the turning chain. So I think you know what to do from now, because we've just done what would have been the first row, and you just need to go back now to do what you need to do for the next row and the subsequent rows.